Have you ever gazed at your hand, tracing the lines and shapes, and pondered the mystery of its form? Why does one finger stretch longer than another? And why are our hands so unique from one person to the next? In the tradition of Buddhist physiognomy, your hand is not merely a tool for grasping the world. It is a profound map, etched with signs that speak of your karma, your spiritual journey, and the unfolding of your Dharma. For countless generations, seekers have turned to the wisdom of the East to understand the deeper meanings hidden in the body. In Buddhist scriptures, the Buddha once declared, "Form follows mind. Karma manifests through the body." These words reveal a subtle, transformative truth. The shapes and proportions of your hands are no accident. They are the physical echoes of your mind's patterns, the outward expression of your past actions, and the keys to unlocking your authentic spiritual nature. In the practice of Eastern physiognomy, every finger carries its own symbolism, serving as a portal to a distinct realm of spiritual influence. Wisdom, action, karmic burden, inner balance, and communication. All these qualities are said to be mapped onto your fingers, each telling a story that is uniquely yours. Let us embark on a journey through the 5 fingers, decoding their secret messages and discovering what they reveal about your Dharma path and karmic mission. Begin with the thumb, the pillar of willpower and ego. In Buddhist physiognomy, the thumb is more than a digit. It represents the spiritual foundation on which your journey rests. A long, straight, and strong thumb suggests a person with formidable willpower, one who meets life's challenges with independence, resilience, and the inner strength to resolve karma on their own terms. Such a thumb is a sign of steadfastness, of someone who walks the Dharma path with unwavering commitment. Conversely, a thumb that is short, weak, or curved may indicate a tendency to waver under pressure. This person might respond more reactively than mindfully, finding it harder to anchor themselves in spiritual practice. Here, the thumb becomes a signal to cultivate steadiness, to nurture the roots of your spiritual journey, and to face life's uncertainties with mindful presence. Next, consider the index finger, often called the pointer or leader among the digits. In Buddhist tradition, the index finger embodies ambition and active karma. When this finger stands unusually long in proportion to the hand, it may suggest dominant leadership energy, someone inclined to take charge, to blaze new trails, and to leave a mark on the world. Yet this same energy can bring the risk of creating new karma, especially when actions are driven by ego rather than wisdom. A shorter index finger, on the other hand, may reflect a more reserved nature, sometimes lacking clear direction or confidence in spiritual goals. The message here is one of mindful action, to act not from self-centered desire, but with compassion and insight, always aware of the karmic ripples your deeds create. The index finger encourages you to move forward with purpose, but to temper ambition with humility and reflection. The middle finger, positioned at the center of the hand, is known as the axis finger, the bridge between action and consequence. It symbolizes the law of karma and cosmic justice, reminding us that every deed returns in kind. When the middle finger is straight and proportionate to the rest of the hand, it often points to a person who is learning through experience, growing steadily along the path of spiritual evolution. Challenges and lessons are met with equanimity, and the journey unfolds as a process of refining wisdom. However, a middle finger that is bent or crooked may signal deviation from the middle way, the central teaching of Buddhism that calls for balance between extremes. This finger becomes a gentle nudge to examine your actions, to realign with the principles of fairness, and to recognize the profound connection between your choices and their consequences. Through the axis finger, we are reminded to walk the Dharma path with integrity, learning from both suffering and joy. Moving to the ring finger, we encounter the domain of spiritual sensitivity and emotional openness. This finger is said to reflect the depth of one's intuition, the capacity for love, and the receptivity to higher consciousness. A long and graceful ring finger often indicates a person who is attuned to subtle energies, able to sense the hidden currents of emotion and spiritual truth. Such individuals may find themselves drawn to the mysteries of meditation, healing, and inner transformation. In contrast, a ring finger that appears short or off balance may point to emotional instability or confusion on the spiritual path. Here, the invitation is to cultivate clarity, to open the heart more fully, and to trust in the guidance of intuition. The ring finger teaches us that spiritual sensitivity is a gift, but one that must be balanced with mindfulness and discernment. Finally, the little finger stands as the messenger of communication and speech karma. In Buddhist thought, words are powerful vehicles of karma, shaping relationships, intentions, and the unfolding of destiny. A long little finger suggests a gift for expression, whether through teaching, healing, or the written and spoken word. Such a person may possess the ability to inspire, guide, and heal through their voice. Yet, if the little finger is short or distorted, it can indicate unresolved karmic debt from harmful speech, words spoken in anger, deceit, or carelessness. The lesson here is the necessity of purification and mindful communication, to use speech as a means of uplifting rather than harming. The little finger serves as a reminder that every word carries weight, and that the voice is a sacred instrument in shaping the future. When the 5 fingers are well proportioned and balanced, they reflect harmonious karmic energy and a smoother path of spiritual progress. The hand as a whole becomes a symbol of integration, where each aspect of the self is in alignment with the greater whole. However, if one finger stands out, unusually long, weak, or misshapen, it often points to a major karmic lesson that is active in that area of life. The hand, then, becomes a living map, guiding us toward the domains that require attention, healing, and transformation. At the heart of this wisdom lies a subtle but essential teaching. The secret does not reside in the fingers themselves, but in your awakened awareness when you observe them. The enlightened ones do not merely see hands, they perceive the past, present, and the boundless potential woven into each line and contour. The hand becomes a mirror for self-reflection, a tool for awakening, and a doorway to deeper understanding. The Buddha, revered as the embodiment of wisdom and compassion, was said to possess the 32 major marks of a great being, many of which were related to the hands and fingers. Among these marks were the webbed fingers, the gracefully curved nails, and the radiant palms, each a sign of spiritual perfection. Yet the Buddha also taught, a pure mind transforms the body. This profound message reminds us that, no matter the shape or length of your fingers, it is the purity of your mind, the virtue of your actions, and the compassion of your heart that truly shape your karmic path. If you find that your hand is not perfect by conventional standards, do not despair. Through mindful practice, ethical living, and a commitment to compassionate action, you have the power to transform not only your destiny, but even the appearance of your body over time. The hand is both a record of the past and a canvas for the future, ever malleable in the light of awakening. So as you gaze at your fingers, whether in meditation, prayer, or simple curiosity, ask yourself, what do they reveal about the journey you are on? Is there a domain that calls for greater attention, healing, or balance? Do you notice a unique trait that aligns with the themes of your life, the lessons you are learning, or the gifts you are meant to share? If you have ever noticed something distinctive about your fingers, reflect on how it resonates with your karmic story. Perhaps you see resilience in your thumb, ambition in your index, wisdom in your middle, sensitivity in your ring, or expressive energy in your little finger. Each observation is an invitation to deeper self-knowledge and spiritual growth. As you continue on the path of awakening, remember to honor both the mysteries and the practical teachings of Buddhist physiognomy. Let your hands become not only instruments of action, but symbols of wisdom, compassion, and the unfolding of your highest potential. If this exploration has sparked insight or curiosity, share your experience. Reflect together with others walking the path of inner awakening. Embrace the journey, and remember that every hand, like every soul, holds the power to shape its own destiny, guided by the light of awareness and the wisdom of the Dharma. May your hands become bridges to deeper understanding, and may your journey be blessed with harmony, growth, and awakening.